Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch, and I want to say thank you guys so much for the support on my last video. You guys know I love doing discussion videos, and it's been a long time since I've done one, so the fact that I was able to do one that's not only controversial, but finally give you guys a discussion, because I haven't been doing that for like 2 months now, and for it to do so well, I think it's got like 1,600 views, and I actually got a lot of new subscribers from that video, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. It was awesome seeing more opinions in the comment section below, because if you guys don't know, the biggest reason I made this channel is to build a community and to talk to people, especially with the things I like in Yu-Gi-Oh! So it was awesome seeing a bunch of new faces there. If you're new, welcome on aboard. Like usual, if you guys can leave a like and subscribe, that would be awesome. We're trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year. If this video could get 70 likes, that would be awesome. Also, if you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Consider being a YouTube channel member, and let me know in the comment section below what cards I'm going over in the next Market Watch. And I'm going to try to bring you guys more discussions because, man, oh man, are they fun. And we're going to get right into it. So we have a lot of hero buyouts. Destiny Hero Dasher here for the Duels Pack Common is 2250. They sell for this and more because I happen to have about 8 or 9. Because I'm like, oh, this doesn't have too many printings. It could be $1 or two eventually. Now, this was long before we knew about Burst of Destiny. I just kept them for that reason. So when we got Burst of Destiny and Dasher went up, I was like, oh, these are going to go up. I'm going to keep these. Never thought they'd go up to the so much to a point where I almost have to put tracking on it. That's pretty ridiculous. This should have been in Maximum Gold El Dorado. This is what you're paying for a simple common, and it's really, really sad. And all the other versions, you got the Legendary Collection 2 common, which is pretty nice for like $23, going up to 26 here. You got rares here, damaged at 22. That's very sad. First edition near mint's at $30, and that's what they're selling for. You are paying way too much for Dasher, but if you want to play the D Hero package, that's what you're paying. Ultimate Rares. Now, I told people to get these at $12. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I said to get this because, like Dogma, it has, it's a hero card. It's going to go up. It's a first step from Power of the Duelist, and you never know if it's used in the future. I say that for a few hero cards. This was the hero card, I guess, which I did not expect it to be. To do that, if you got them at 12s like I did, they were first said like light plays at 12. I think near mids might have been 13 or 12. Well, first said mob plays are about, okay, we can't even count that. That's a non-verified. 180. First said near mints are about, well, lightly plays are 240. Near mints are $300. Well, 295. I'm gonna be honest, this is very ridiculous to pay for as a one of. Would I be paying this? Absolutely not. I think it's just way better to just get a common for now if you really need it, and then just upgrade later. Although, if you could get this for way cheaper, like I think if you paid $100 for Dasher, and you get like a first set light play, that's completely fair to me. I think that's a fine price. This is a little too much for it, but I understand why it's this price point. Now, Elemental Hero Wild Edge Wingman. Now, the reason why I hate Dark Revelations so much is because a lot of the cards there are absurdly priced for no reason. Like, oh, look, we could get the DRV version for $100. Oh boy, $100 for a rare Elemental Hero that doesn't even say first ed on it. Why would you not grab the Ultimate Rare or, the Super Rare, right? Oh, how much is the Super Rare? Must be at least somewhere close, right? $1.48 for your original supers, which I think is actually pretty good. I think a lot of these, elemental heroes are like $1 or $2 or $3 for like first edition, like original prints. I think are very good investments for the future. You want to buy like 9 or 10 of these and just sit on them for a year or two or even longer? Go for it. Like, this is a very, very good penny stock. And in fact, while we are here, we might as well look at the ultimate rares, which we have to type in ultimate rare right over here. These are, I think last time I checked, these were about, not too much. Okay, see, and this is what I mean. First and lightly played, $70, or rares for 100. And someone bought a light play here for 55 instead of paying and getting the light play for first ed for 70. Like, when people spend money on rares and they don't look at the other versions, I just don't understand. Because if you're spending a lot of money on something, you should be looking at the other versions of the card. Like, this person actively chose to pay 10 less dollars, or I guess 14 less dollars, to get a rare instead. That's just ridiculous to me. First Legendary mints are like $88, but 70 for lightly played is not too bad either. Especially because if you get near mint, if you're looking at PSA, that's great. But this is a hero card that could definitely jump up over time since it is a collector card. Vision Hero Vion. Now, I thought this was pretty good penny stock, and it is. $16 for secret rares. Going up to 17. So, Vion doing numbers. That's all I have to say. Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, which it's linked in the description below, or it's Team Sakurazo at Instagram, you guys will know I found one of these in bulk. I had a guy where there was a collection video I was gonna bring you guys, but the bulk was so stacked and ridiculous. I thought it was gonna look like a fake video, so I didn't want to upload it. Anyway, Elemental Hero Absolute Zero here. You have heavy plates for like $13, which is quite a lot. But then you have lightly plates for, well, you have one here for about 24, 25, but then they quickly go up to about $35 here, with near mints being $70. And as you guys see here, $65 right here. I actually ended up selling my secret, or not secret, but my near mint for 65, which is really nice. I will say this, I did not expect to find a $65 card in bulk, but after I found Traptrix Sarah's there, yes, I found Traptrix Sarah's in there, and a lot of other, beautiful stuff. I don't know what to say. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is a $65 promo. I remember when these were like $8, $9 for lightly played near man. This was about a year ago, year and a half. So it's not like that's too long, especially for a card like this. The ultra rares are also going up. As you see here, yes, you have some cheap copies at $3 to $4 here, but but if you add shipping, they quickly go up to $5 here. And even the other versions, like the Generation 4 Supers, about 2.5. Commons are about $2. So if you have absolute zeros, you have some money. Bloody Rose Dragon coming from Lightning Overdrive. Now, I told people to grab this at $11, $12 because, number one, people are going to love it for collectability. Number two, it's a really, really good card, actually. If you guys don't know what it does, when it's synchro summoned, you banish all cards from the both graveyards. Then, if it's synchro summoned using a Black Rose or a Plant Synchro monster as a material, which is not that difficult as a material since they did add Plant Synchro, not just Black Rose, which is really nice, you can destroy all other cards on the field. So, it's really good. It's basically nuke everything. It's generic, and that is if you use the plant thing for its summon. And when your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card's quick effect, you contribute this card to negate the activation, the special summon a Black Rose Dragon from your extra deck or your graveyard. So that what's really nice about this is if you have a strategy to synchro or something using Black Rose as a synchro material for this, that means you don't have to play multiple in the extra deck because it would be optimal to play, say, 2 Black Rose if you could say, if you make this with it and, when this leaves the field, you can special summon 1 from the deck. You only need to play 1 Black Rose, which is really, really nice. So you don't have to use a Plant Synchro if your extra deck space doesn't allow for it. You could just use the 1 Black Rose, and that's what's really, really nice is this graveyard effect. It's a really great card, and I saw it from miles away, along with people love 5Ds, and this is a 5D related card. So, yeah, $30. Am I shocked? Absolutely no. I was preaching about this card for the longest time. Now we're going to go over some Burst of Destiny, which, by the way, I got 2 more boxes for you guys that I'm going to open up probably after this market watch because you guys really checked into my Burst of Destiny box opening. You guys really loved it. I think it got like 800 something views, and a lot of people are liking the video, telling me what they want, and it was awesome. So I thought to myself, I'm going to get more because you guys like seeing it, and I like opening packs, and it's always nice to have a little bit of backup videos with how busy my schedule is. So it's always really, really relieving. And along with, I am sorry that I did not get a case of this. It's just cheapest one I could get was 900, and I had to drive for 2 hours for it, and I was like, there's no way. And I was just like, I can't neg that much when I have to pay for my wedding. Because I love Burst of Destiny, but that's a lot for a case, and you guys have seen the last video. I'm a little upset with these prices. Cases usually run about 600 to 750, so I think 900, and that was the cheapest I found, mind you, alright? So I could have got other cases for more money, but yeah, I am, however, opening up a bunch of displays of Maximum Gold El Dorado, so there will be a giveaway for that. I actually got all the giveaways to my last people. Hopefully they're happy. I know one of them's got their cards so far. Incredible Ecclesia, though, Starlight Rares, 524. Stratos is 375. It's dropping like a rock. This is really ugly. If you guys haven't seen how this looks, it just looks terrible. Evil Twin Trouble Sunny, Starlight Rare is about 345. I think it's gonna drop a little bit more. And then you got Chiksu at about, let's see, 210, and then 245. This 210 is actually quite good for a purchase. Also, if you guys hear any background noise, I do apologize. I think Sword Souls are really good. I know this isn't the best card they could have made a Starlit Rare, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, it just, the color scheme looks beautiful. It's like water and fire, you know, red, blue here. I personally will be picking mine up for sure, one copy, once I'm able to find it. And then you have the Flunderies and Snow Starlight Rare at $100. And I know Flunderies dropped like a rock, but I did not expect the Starlight Rare to be under $100. They're not done getting support, so at $100, if you guys want to pick that up, that might not be bad. I mean, $100 for a Starlight Rare, you know, that shouldn't be one of the lowest Starlight Rares. Like, I know I don't know if maybe Flunderies flopped that bad, but like, they could bounce back. Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer. Hopefully I pull one of these out of my box. This card looks super cool. If you guys don't know, I love Destiny Heroes, but I hate Elemental Heroes. They're in every set. They take up useless slots, and, let's see. $92. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Like 92, 93. I think that's good. I like it when there's a $100 secret rare in a box. I think it looks, along with this card, looks beautiful. It's meta relevant, right? It hits all, and it's a collector card. It hits all the right boxes. I personally think if you want this card, just pay the 90, right? You get to play the engine. If Burst of Destiny is like Rise, when you get the reprint, you might have the same value or even more in your card. If you decide to sell this later on, along with it is a collector card, so boxes at 75, and this is what I want to talk about boxes real quick, is if this is similar to Rise of Destiny. Remember how Rise of Destiny boxes were like 75, then they went up to 100, then they went up to maybe 110, 120, then 140, and then on and on. Now we have Case of Rise, I think, for 3,500. Yeah. Might be 4,000 even. If this starts going up for boxes and they start going up to like 90 to 100, just start buying a bunch of sealed, holding them, and selling them later. In fact, even right now, I think it's worth getting sealed of Burst of Destiny. I think it's extremely worth it. If you guys want to get a bunch of boxes and just sit on them, I think that's great because if you have, say, a lot of money sitting around and you're not the best with stocks, you know, I'm not the best with stocks, but you know, I have a pretty decent portfolio. I know more sadly about this card game than stocks, but you know, you buy these for 75, you check in a year, they're like, oh, you doubled your money. That's really good. That's you've probably got, let's say you get 10 boxes of this, right? And so 70, you make, 75 profit. So 75 times 10, that's 750. If my math's correct, not correct. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. But that's $750 that you got by clicking buttons, and just being patient a little bit. That's it. So just something to think about. I think you should get sealed boxes, definitely. So Sword Soul Mohiye, not bad. $60. People want to play this. I think it's great. Ecclesia at about 60. The Flunderly's Ultra M-Pen at 30. That's gonna crash like a rock. M-Pen here is about $22. I just like him because he's a penguin. Then we have Lord of Heavenly Prison. Now, when I did my last Market Watch, I don't know if it was just you guys, but this went up to 35 within 3 hours. I got a comment saying so. And now they're back to like 22 bucks. If you guys don't know how broken this card is, just buy a playset. It's back. It crashed back down. Get a playset. This card should be worth way more. Then you have Sword Soul Chiaxu, about $18. So I'm happy he's holding some value. Small Worlds at 15. This card's very breakable. Sword Soul Emergence Ultras are about 12s. Kirby Collection, I like that name. Live Twin Sunnies at about 9 to 10s. Maps at about 6.5. Ice Jade Tremor. So I talked about this in my last Mark Watch. I said 250. This is a pretty good engine, especially if we're able to find a time where it's really good. You should pick this up while you can. And right now, they doubled. So people do see the potential with Ice Jades. And the other cards for Ice Jades are very cheap. So if you want to actually pick those up, Might not be too bad still at $5 for the secret rare. Just keep an eye on it because 72 listings, that's pretty low actually. Then you got strategists here at like $3. The ultras are kind of just everywhere. Thunderies and Snowball secret. We don't even have the picture of this. Hopefully I don't pull in my boxes. I'll tell you that. Masquerade the Blazing Dragon ultras are twos. $1.50. I'm shocked he's so cheap, but yeah, the rest of the set. Hopefully I don't pull that. Dollar for the super rares, huh? That's pretty interesting. Uh, yeah. Close to dollars for those. I like it when a set has super rares that are worth a little bit of money. It's just you get a little bit of more extra bang when you buy a box. But yeah, overall, Burst of Destiny probably an 8.5 out of 10 set. I'd probably say 9. Heavenly Spirits is just way too broken to me, and this changes the format. So, Effect Veiler, Ultimate Rare. So someone told me these went up, so I want to check these. Lightly Plate's 300. I think I checked these recently too. First Ed Lightly Plates are $400. Well then, glad I got mine. I'll tell you that. I was able to pick up a few more for way cheaper than this. But yeah, $400. Comparing it to the Starlight Rare, 747. Man, I remember I said by the March of this year they would be $1,000. I was wrong. But you know they quickly get up there, and I think they will eventually. It is a lot of money for just a Starlight Rare, but I'm not shocked about this. I told people get them at 400 if you wanted them. Uh, then you have Ulti Nib here at about 158. That's not too bad for Ulti Nibiru. Always going to be worth a lot of money. Secret rares are about $24. Gold rares are about, oh man, these are going up. $25. I mean, Nibiru, it's a very well used hand trap. I still think it's very, very good. Definitely brought a lot more strategy to the game compared to other hand traps, I believe, because playing around Nibiru, not overextending. I think this was a very well made card personally for modern day Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry guys, I talk way too much, so I get thirsty here. So, not bad for Nibiru, but I'll say this. Hopefully this gets another reprint. Token collectors. So before we go over the ultra rares, are clearly not here for some odd reason. 2019 commons are twos. Rares are like 250. So it's not all about the ultra rare. It's also about the commons and the rares. So if you have the commons and the rares, dig them up and sell them, or if you want to use them, use them. Ultras are about $8 here, closer to 10. Tokens are something that will always make the game more broken ever since we got links. When we got links, a bunch of cards are very abusable to either just put multiple bodies on the field, even if you can't really do anything with those bodies, you can just link them off for big monster. Uh, or do anything revolving around with tokens. A lot of those cards kind of became broken or a lot better, or at least usable. And I think tokens will always be relevant, especially with, Sword Soul and all that. I think this is a great card to grab because unless they know how popular it is and they reprint as a secret rare, that's fine. But this is a very hard to get version regardless. I think this is good. If you want to place it, I grab it. But I mostly preached about this card when it was $1 because of how much relevant it had. For the same reasoning, except for I didn't know Sword Soul wasn't a thing back then, not even the OCG. So I told people to get these at $1. I ended up getting like a bunch. When I go for $1 investment, I usually like to go kind of hard. I like to go for 15, 10, 15 because it's $10, $15, And I made out pretty well, and I'm happy about that. I got rid of, I think, all but 3 for myself. I might have like 1 or 2 others lying around, but it wasn't from the original 15. Artifact Dagda. Now, I don't have faith in this card at all. I get why it's good, but like this card has seen a good amount of play, but I don't see it summoned often. And when decks did top either remote duel and all that, and they were playing this card, I was like, did they top because of that card? No. But they're $7 now. If you got them at 2 or 3, and I said, hey, if you want to gamble on it, go for it. I gambled on a few. I guess I won. Hopefully you won too. Kaiba Man, World Championship 2005, 7 Trials of Glory. Now, this was probably one of my most proudest 5 cards out of your trade binder, unironically. Because I still think this card's a gold mine. This is one of the highest rarities of Kaiba Man. This is about 16 years old, close to 17 years old for a promo. Kaiba Man is pretty legendary. We have Dark Revelations here. That doesn't count because 26 sales, 96%. Yikes, that's just a scammer. But yeah, you have a mob play here for like 82, right? Uh, but that's like all you have is this Dark Revelation. I just want to check one more time because I think there's a retro pack version, isn't there? Uh, is there no retro pack version? 99% sure there is. Well, sorry about that, guys. Let me just go view all versions because, okay, maybe I'm just tweaking, but yeah, World Championship game promos. These are $1.48. Man, these got bought out to $10, but now they just kind of flooded the market again. And I think this is a promo that you should invest into heavily. Like, look, near mints, $3. That's chump change. I think this card should be heavily bought out. In my opinion, am I trying to start a buyout? I don't really care what you want to see it as. I know this card should be worth at least 8 times more than it's worth right now, and it's ridiculous that it's not. Book of Moon Ultimate Rares are a straight, well, lightly paid for 90, $95. I still think this card's worth getting at 95. You're still going to make a profit in the long run. But if you want to watch this card and see if it goes down, that might not be too bad either. They did sell here for a lot cheaper, 80, 92, 93, stuff like that. But if you pull the trigger at 95 and you're happy with that, that's not bad either. Ultras, lightly playeds are 13s. Near mints are about $16. This is another high rarity of Book of Moon. It's an old turbo pack version, and I think this card definitely has. If you wanted a high rarity of Book of Moon and you don't want to spend $300, go ahead, spend less than 50 on a place like this. It's going to age well. It's always going to be a nice, clean version, and I think it's going to be a very safe investment. If you ever need to sell them, and that's because bills happen, whatever, and you could get like common Book of Moons, or you could get ultras from. There's actually a very cheap ultra. DT's at 15. Secret rares. We'll look at all Book of Moons. Why not? First set secret rares 7.5 for lightly placed. That's not too bad. Secret rares do look very, very nice. You got rares here. We don't want to talk about that. Did I pass the ultras? Or well, you got commons at $3. That's yep. Here we go. Yeah, look, dollars on ultras. I think this is going up to twos now. Don't get me wrong, but this is a very nice Book of Moon to get as well if you just want to run and you're kind of on a budget. Twin Twister Ultimate Rares. These are about 94. If this comes back into the format, I think they'll go up to 150 to 100. I told people to get them at 55, 60. If you listened, great job. Secret rares are about $8 right now. That's pretty good as well. Now, when this was $4 to me, this was blasphemy because this card. Now, MST did not get power cup for a very long time, and MST is very rarely but still used. I know certain builds of Striker liked it more, which was weird because now in the format with like Eldritch and all that, you'd rather play like Cyclone, but Strikers at one point played MST and like another deck, but overall, Twin Twisters not only is that pop too, so it's gonna get it's better because you get the target up too, but it's also a discard outlet. So the fact that it is generic removal along with the discard outlet basically safe proofs it for the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh's existence. Although, in 10 years, who knows? But Secret Rares, when these were $4 or $5, I told you guys to get them. Now they're about 8s. I still think they're worth it at 8s for Secret Rares, but first set Super Rares are about, let's see here. They're like $2 but with shipping. So like $2 to $3. Listen, first set originals for $2, $3, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Ultimate Rare Solemn Judgments here are about 158, so not too bad here. I told people to grab these at 60s and 80s and even 100. If you listen, you already know. This is probably the card I preached about the most in my entire Yu-Gi-Oh existence. Still cheap. I'm gonna piss people off with saying that. I don't care. Card's still cheap. For Solemn Judgment, it's cheap. Volcanic. Someone wants me go over these and ask, what is this? Oh, and say, hey, is it worth it to invest in Volcanics? I'll be honest with you here. I feel like the pay 99 meme might actually help push this answer more towards yes. But I really just think the thing with Volcanics is yes, there's a lot of big fans of them. They will age, but you could get way better stuff right now that will age and be more movable than Volcanics, and that's kind of my answer. So $115 for First Ed Rocket Tracers. Now, if you obviously what I say with this is even though there's better stuff you could buy, for example, some Starlight rares, Ulti Book Moods, like Ulti Book Moods trumps any Volcanic card any day if you're looking for value to go up in the future, right? Ulti Twin Twisters, right? Other certain ultis like Ulti Super Poly. You guys get the point. Are way better than investing in volcanics. Although, remember, if you get a deal, right, and let's say you could get this for like 70, that's great because you're getting a $70, $115 card for 70, right? So you're paying like 65, like 3%, right? That's not too bad. Uh, Volcanic Doomfire. Now this was like a $5 card. And I kind of hate because I don't think they use this card. I'm 90% sure. Near mids are like 50. First ed mods are 43. First ed light plays are 72. That's not terrible. I mean, it kind of is. What am I talking about? Sorry, guys. I have a little bit of indigestion when I look at this bullshit. Like, if you guys don't know, I have GERD, and sometimes market watch. Okay. Uh, But yeah, sometimes my GERD acts up when looking at these prices. So sometimes I don't like. That's why I don't look at Dark Revelations because like I probably end up having to take like breaks during the video, not only for my GERD but for my mental sanity as well. Because that genuinely will piss me off. Volcanic Shell here, lightly played on the mids for like 19. That's actually all right. That's because you actually play it. First eds though, that's what I want to look at. 35. Shells are okay. If you want to pick up a playset of shells, that's okay. I think that's fair. Not very fair. Okay, TCG player decides not to work today. Um, Slicer here. How much is Slicer? Well, plays are 14. First, light play 26. If you want to pick up a light play at 26, that's fine. Quickly goes up to 33, so you're kind of catching a steal. Near mids are 54. You want to grab a light play, that's fine. Because there's not too many listings left before the light play essentially doubles. Obviously, you'd probably list at 45, but near mids go up eventually. You get the point. Sneak a peek previous series 3 or some money as well. That's not too bad. And our secret rares for the tins are 3s. DTs are actually not too bad. I picked up a bunch at like $1, and now they're like 5, so that's actually not bad. Yeah, not bad at all, really. I mean, I guess they're 430 if you get from Troll Note here, but they quickly go up to 7, but there is that wall. But if you got them for $1 or 2, you still profit, so it is what it is. And then, let's see, we got Book of Lunar Eclipse Starlight. Now, why am I looking at this card? Well, a lot of people seem to have confidence in this card. Now, I like this card. It's just they made it. If it didn't say then target 2, if it said up to 2, the card would have been a lot better. It would have been very useful. I think more people would have played around with it. But I know a lot of people would try to make this card work, and they just ended up getting frustrated. And I'm one of them. I actually went out of the way to play this card. And if you guys don't know, I don't have as much time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! As much. I get to go to a locals or two. So sometimes I get to play what I'm comfortable with. Sometimes I like to try out a few new cards. This was some of the cards I tried out, and I really hated it. And I haven't heard people having success with it. But my comment section, which by the way, you guys trust me on a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I thought, you know what? Let me relay some of that trust back. I ended up getting one of these. I spent I think 100 even. Uh, Maybe it was like 98 or 97 because I got bought a bunch of other stuff with it from the guy, but basically 100. And right now they're 95. Do they go up? No. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a Starlight Rare, right? Uh, well, if only they made this card decent. That's all I gotta say. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the market watch. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Let me know what I'm looking at in the next comment section below. What I'm looking at next market watch. Man, I fumbled that up. Also, if you're buying any cards off TCG Plus, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.